Should I turn off my camera then?
No, we prefer to see you because.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah. No, don't turn it off because we want to record. If there is no problem with it for you.
Yeah, but it would have been nice to see you. Also, to be looking at you.
I know, I'm trying. All right.
Yeah, this is good. This is better.
So we can start. I will introduce you, and then you can start and give me some time to translate what you are saying. All right?
Okay.
Like you
so is there going to be any question from people?
No, you have to talk, and after a while you have to stop a bit so I can say what I can translate what you are saying. Is that okay for you?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like I won't be translating everything you say, but just to do a quick summary of what you are saying. All right. So.
All right.
I will be presenting you in Spanish first for the recording I told you, and then I will tell you when you can start, all right?
Okay.
Vale. Bueno, pues esta ponencia la va a realizar Safo, que es un nativo de Ghana, y este es el segundo día de conferencias de este foro de educación, crisis climática y África, financiado por el Foro de Cooperación de la Universidad de Valladolid. Y nos parecía muy interesante el hecho de mezclar diversas perspectivas. Ayer tuvimos a un experto en ciencias medioambientales como Francisco, y hoy tenemos a un nativo como Safo, que nos va a hablar del medio ambiente en Ghana. La conferencia se realizará en inglés y yo iré traduciendo parte de lo que él va diciendo. So, whenever you want, you can start, Safo. The floor is yours.
Okay, so I wonder what the introduction was.
The introduction was about you, who you are. You can also introduce yourself if you want, like your name, where do you live, what is your job, and yeah, you can introduce yourself if you want.
Okay. All right. So is it okay to see the people that I'm talking with? I'm talking with. Is that possible?
No, because we are connected through WhatsApp, so you will only see me. But there are more people listening to you. Don't worry. If they have any question, I will tell them to you.
Okay. All right. It's good evening here in Ghana, and like Candido said, my name is Safo Mawuko. I'm an artist. I do painting and music, but I'm more of a nature person. I love trees. I love animals. I love everything from the universe. I love everything of the universe. So I'm the founder of the Nibalolo Foundation. Our primary aim is to plant trees along every road in Ghana, hopefully beyond other countries, Burkina Faso, Togo, Mali, especially along the deserts to green there, it's our target. I organize art and music for the children in communities, painting, science exhibition, art exhibitions, and shows with children and the youth communities. So that's what I do. You want to translate this, or you want me to go a bit further?
You can go further.
Okay. Okay, I'm very honored to be on this platform, though I can't see all of you. I can see only one person. I'm very, very much honored. When we talk about environment, I believe, and I believe that human beings, we are part of nature. As human beings, we are part of nature. We might create artificial things. We might create robots, cars, planes, tables, other artificial things. But we shouldn't forget that we are a part of nature. We contribute to the cycle of nature. We contribute to the universe. We depend on everything because everything is made of us. We depend on everything because everything is made of us. For that matter, why we cannot contribute to nature, why we are not contributing to nature as environmentalists, as people of nature, as people who are part of nature, the universe, why we don't contribute to nature. There has been so many human activities that is deteriorating our nature, that is deteriorating our environment, that is taken out of our environment, and we are using that, turning it into something that is not fitting, that is not in line with nature. So we can take natural things and then turn it to artificial things in the name of development, in the name of civilization, in the name of growth as human beings. When we look at the land, when we look at the air, when we look at our water bodies, human beings have occupied there, human beings have taken all those things, human beings are in charge, feel they are in charge. And our activities, our demand for more things, our love for expansion is really affecting Mother Nature. It's really affecting our life as well, not only nature, because we are part of nature, so it's really coming back to affect us. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you perfectly. If you want, I can translate what you have just said.
Yes, you can translate.
Así que Safo nos está contando un poco la visión que él tiene como nativo de la naturaleza, de que los humanos somos parte de ella y cómo él tiene la visión que ha estado contando sobre que tenemos que ser una única unidad, no los humanos usando la naturaleza para nuestro propio beneficio, sino que tenemos que ser uno solo, ya que como él ha remarcado varias veces, el ser humano es parte de la naturaleza, ha sido durante siglos mantenido gracias a recursos naturales y también habla de la importancia que tiene del respeto y el cuidado medioambiental para la conservación del medio ambiente, tanto animales como plantas. You can move on, Safo.
Okay, thank you very much. So I think, like I said earlier on, one, our demand, our love, our desire for getting more things is really deteriorating our environment. For instance, somebody will have one car but need another car that is not going to be in use. For that matter, producers have to produce more of that. And all these things, we are taking it from nature. Somebody have one phone and need another phone, need 2, 3 phones. And we all have to take the raw materials from nature. Sometimes we even waste food. You go to restaurants, you go to our homes, something that have to be taken care of, something that have to be preserved, we have to waste that, throw that into the bin. So it's giving us the excess that we don't need, but we go in for these things. These are all things that deteriorate. These are all things that cripple the environment. It does not only affect maybe in Africa, as I'm in Africa, but it affects the whole world one way or the other. For instance, the weather pattern here is changing. We should have been having rain this time, but there is no rain. There's no even one rain right now that we should have been having. We are encouraging people to plant trees, but the desire, but the love of contributing to Mother Earth, to nature, is not there for people. It's not there for people. We don't educate ourselves. We don't educate people to get into natural, to contribute to nature. We might go to school and learn about science. We might go to school and learn about how to make artificial things. But where is the force? Where is the curriculum? What is the curriculum that will let us teach our children, teach ourselves more of how to contribute to nature? We don't have all these things. So you see people coming to pollute because for the love of food, for the love of money, for the love of more of what already they have. So if you look at our land, currently there's ongoing situation in Ghana. We have gold mining, which is really, really affecting us, our lives in Ghana. It's destroying our forests. It's destroying our water bodies. It's killing people because we are not doing it in a proper way. And then that is the water. And then when you come to the air is being polluted by more production. The air is being polluted by maybe planes and things flying in the sky. So these are all things that is polluting. More smoke from the cars, traffic, giving us all these things to pollute our environment. So these are all things that we've been talking, we've been educating. I go on the radio every day to talk about environment, to talk about pollution, to talk about contributing. But the desire, but the love for people to contribute to nature, they take it for granted. They take it for granted. So these are things that I think we as human beings, when we control, when we hold well, we can be able to contribute to nature, and it's going to benefit us and our generations to come.
Mm-hmm. So let me translate it for a second, and then I will ask you something that Mao is telling me. So, bueno, ahora ha remarcado el tema del sobreconsumo, o un consumo excesivo, y ha puesto los ejemplos de los móviles y de los coches, y cómo la sociedad actual capitalista pues tiende a querer siempre ir adquiriendo nuevos productos que seguramente no necesitemos, que los que tenemos actualmente nos pueden dar el mismo uso, y al final pues ese excedente acaba contribuyendo negativamente a la contaminación. Ha comentado también el tema de la educación, que ahora le preguntaremos sobre ello, que se insiste mucho a los chicos sobre ciertas asignaturas y cree que no se le pone el énfasis necesario en la educación de respeto al medio ambiente, más temas de ecología. Y finalmente ha comentado algún problema que tiene Ghana a día de hoy, como es la minería, y también ha añadido que él da por hecho que el ser humano tiene que cuidar de la naturaleza por lo que he comentado antes, por la idea que él tiene de que somos parte de la naturaleza. So one question, Safo, about education, and then I will tell you another thing about mining that you have just commented. So the first thing about education, do you think that kids in school are insisted enough and the education in Ghana is focused on environment, or is not focused enough on the importance that environment has?
Yes, I think the education in Ghana is not focused on environment enough. I think it's not focused on environment enough. Because we have to educate ourselves and we have to educate the children to be able to work with nature, not work against nature. We have to educate ourselves, we have to educate the children to build, to be parts of nature, because we are part of nature. So educations in our schools, I don't think we have enough concerning as much as environment and nature is concerned. I don't think we have enough, especially in Ghana.
All right. And furthermore, I would like you to ask you about the current environmental problems that are existing in Ghana. You have just mentioned mining. Could you explain a bit more what is happening in Ghana with the mining sector?
Yeah. Could I do what?
Extend a bit more your explanation about the mining sector in Ghana and the consequences that is having in environment.
Okay. So with the mining sector, I think for a long time, from 600, 400, or 500 years ago, we have contact with Europeans, and that is where we've been using gold as traditional people, as Ghanaians, as Africans. We use gold, we use minerals for our kings, our queens. We use gold in our kingdoms, we use gold in our empires. So we've been using these minerals to enrich ourselves. That is the heritage, that is our life. But along the way, we had in contact with Europeans, with the West, people from the West. Then the demand, the pressure on the minerals have to be more. And then when we had contact, now you have to be speed up. You have to deteriorate more. You have to. They have to take more of these things, to feed people, to feed demands. Okay, that is okay. But the current situation, we have machines that work as twice, as 3 times faster than human beings. We have situations where people are demanding more. We have situations where expatriates, where people outside Africa, where people outside Ghana come here and come and mine. When you have something in your home, you take care of it, you eat it gradually because you know that is what you have. But when we have people coming from outside, they take more and they take it anyhow without taking the necessary precaution, without taking the necessary procedures, because they think it's far away and they just use it and misuse it. Actually, let me use the word misuse. Just take it and leave it and go because they know they are not from there. They know that it's not their home. So they do it anyhow and go. Unlike when the thing is for you, you take it gradually, you take it systematically, you take it as planned. But people come and take it, just taking it anyhow, without protecting the forest, without protecting the water bodies, and the speed at which they are taking it is more and higher than how fully the domestic people take it. It's the same thing goes to the oil. When Ghana is drilling oil, 90% of our oil belongs to people abroad. 90% of Ghana oil belongs to people abroad. So the people will just use it, will just take it anyhow. The people will just take it and then leave, because this is not their land, this is not their home. So the precautions, the level at which they should take care of it is not being taken care like that. And also the income, what is coming for the people who own the land is not even like only 10% out of a few number of people that owns this. So if you look at Nigeria, for instance, Shell sometimes was used a little bit for putting oil in the delta, putting oil around a whole big field, almost half of the state in Nigeria, that is spoiling the people, that is spoiling the environment of the people there. You see, so the mining sector, let me go back to that. So the mining sector is not being run well. So currently, the president, supposedly, the president is stopping all activities concerning the mining. We call it galamsey. That is the nickname that we call it. So that we call it galamsey. So all the people, the youth in Ghana going into a job is being provided for them through mining. It's been stopped. The expatriates coming in, like other countries, also have been a little bit stopped. The military is there at the mining area right now, that is trying to control and stop people. So environmental wise, I don't think we are doing good to our country. We are doing good to Ghana. We are doing good to Africa, and we are doing good to the whole world, the world as a whole. I don't think we are doing good.
All right. May I translate a bit and summarize what you have just mentioned, and then we follow. Bueno, lo primero que ha comentado sobre la pregunta de educación, de nuevo insistiendo en que el enfoque que se le da a la educación en Ghana no tiene demasiado énfasis para lo que le gustaría sobre el cuidado del medio ambiente. Y luego en el sector de la minería, que también ha hablado de él, ha comentado el problema que hay de que los recursos naturales en Ghana, especialmente los minerales y metales preciosos, se han estado utilizando durante siglos, mucho antes de la llegada de los europeos, pero se ha estado utilizando pues de manera sostenible, mediante el trabajo de los ghaneses, pero el problema ha sido cuando han llegado las empresas extranjeras a invertir en Ghana y a llevarse estos recursos naturales, estos minerales, que aparte de las técnicas de extracción que se han utilizado, pues son mucho más perjudiciales para el medio ambiente, lo desgastan mucho más. Y también ha mencionado el tema del petróleo, que el 90% del petróleo que se extrae de Ghana es exportado, y como ha dicho Safo, el problema radica en que el país tiene suficientes recursos naturales. El problema es que naciones extranjeras, especialmente europeos e inversiones chinas también, hace que se exploten esos recursos naturales, se les deje sin ellos, y además la economía nacional de estos países, de Ghana, ha mencionado Etiopía también, no vea un impacto positivo, ya que la extracción no beneficia para nada la economía local de estos países. No tiene ningún impacto en su PIB porque es exportado directamente. Safo, in order to move on, I want you to tell us also some other environmental problems that are happening currently in Ghana. And as far as we know, there is one serious issue with plastic right now that, for example, there is no way of eliminating plastic and people have to locally burn it, and what makes is that it pollutes a lot and it hurts the health of the people that live in the surrounding areas, and not only that, it also affects to the farming areas, to the harvest and to the livestock of Ghanaian people.
Yes, plastic is a big issue in Ghana. Plastic, in fact, is killing the country. Plastic is really, really, really very much killing the country, and it's very sad that we have plastic that we can be able to control easily as a country, as people. We can be able to control, but we find it very difficult to control. Plastic is everywhere in the country, if not on the continent. Plastic is everywhere. We have plastic when we are sleeping. We have plastic when we are eating. We have plastic when we are traveling. We have plastic even when we are dead. We have plastic in the air. We have plastic in our water, river bodies. We have plastic on our land. We have plastic on our farms. We drink plastic. We have plastic waters. We have plastic. Put food in plastic. There is nothing that you don't need without plastic. Even when we buy cars, when we buy materials, we put them in plastic. So with plastic, it's a big issue in Ghana. And I don't know why leaders, I don't know why politicians are allowing this to happen, apart from all other problems that we have. People are polluting our water, making fish farms. People are polluting our water, moving machines, heavy machines on our river bodies. Plastic is something that is bigger than even all of them. You see somebody who has grown up, just take plastic and just throw it away. In the forest, in our homes, in our farms, in schools, in churches, everywhere is plastic. There are few NGOs that are trying to stop plastic, but I think it's becoming more than what they can do. They are trying their best. They are trying their best, but they are finding it very difficult, because the more they talk about it, the more the plastic is coming into the country or is being produced in the country. And because somebody is making money, somebody is making something somewhere. So this business can never be stopped to save lives. This material thing, demand, can never be stopped to save lives. We put medicine, even when we buy medicine from drugstore, we put it in plastic. So plastic is everywhere. We see presidential convoy driving around, running around, claiming they are the chief, claiming they are the big people and know everything. But common plastic we can't take it out. So yes, plastic is a problem. Plastic is a problem, and for me personally, as an environmentalist, I hope we can ban plastic. I hope the Ghana government can stop plastic use in the country, because we have so many options. We have so many other things to use in place of plastic bag. We have clothes, we have leaves, we have wood, we have cottons, we have papers that we can use in place of plastic. But it's very difficult for the people. Very difficult. And it's sad, it's a shame. As 21st century people, Homo sapiens, people that have minds, and plastic is killing us. It's sad. It's sad. It's really sad. It's really sad. But yeah, we can't stop. We can't stop the fight. We can't stop telling people, educating people, trying to stop it. We've used it so much that it has become like a tradition. Without putting anything in plastic bag, then it means you don't have life. It means you are going to die if you don't put anything in plastic. Yeah. So quite yeah. Have I answered your question?
Yeah, of course. I will translate your last statements and we can keep on. Bueno, pues
Okay.
lo último que ha comentado Safo ha sido sobre la pregunta al respecto del plástico y cómo está siendo un problema para Ghana. Ha dicho que el uso del plástico ha incrementado muy rápidamente en los últimos años y que ha pasado de ser algo que prácticamente no se usaba a algo presente en la sociedad, en la vida diaria de los ganeses, y que realmente no hay ninguna manera de eliminarlo. La gente no está concienciada al 100% de lo nocivo que puede llegar a ser. Y también ha criticado la mala gestión que está habiendo por parte del gobierno sobre el plástico, que él cree que es un tema también de que hay mucho dinero involucrado, hay empresas que invierten y que por eso es algo en el que va a costar mucho erradicar este uso nocivo del plástico. Ha dicho que en Ghana y tradicionalmente ha habido otro tipo de productos sustitutivos al plástico, como puede ser hojas, como puede ser lino, como puede ser madera, que antes del plástico se usaban y que se pueden traer de vuelta y volver a normalizar su uso para evitar usar el plástico, que es algo de lo que él está muy, muy preocupado porque afecta tanto a la salud de los ganeses como gente en zonas más desfavorecidas, afecta también a su ganado, la quema afecta también a las cosechas, a los cultivos. Y le vamos a preguntar ahora por cómo cree que sería la manera de lidiar con este problema, si hay conciencia sobre el reciclaje en Ghana y qué medidas tomaría. So, Safo, our next question following this topic is the fact that if people are in Ghana, are really aware of the importance of recycling plastic, if people are concerned about the topic, and if not, how could you solve it, and what do you usually do with plastic, if you use it for your art or for some activity that you perform?
Well, people, Ghanaians have the love of taking steps to move forward. Ghanaians have that love to always move forward with things to make things better. So the mind, the idea of recycling plastic, a lot of people have been talking about it. You know, even when you go to the market women and fishmongers, fishermen, you know, people, stores, traders, everybody, drivers, everybody have been talking about how we can turn this plastic, how we can take it out of our country. And for me, I think to take plastic out of this country, the first step, simple step to take is one, stop it, stop the use of it. That is the first way of even taking plastic out of the country. Secondly, I think when we can be recycling, which is very difficult, or which the idea is not very common in this country. Artists have been using plastic. People have developed a way to use plastic into art. People have developed a way to use plastic into bags. People have developed a way to use plastic into doormats. You know, people are using plastic to even make buildings these days in Ghana. You know, it's not very big, it's not huge, it's not too big, but people are bringing out, giving birth to those initiatives. You know, so people are trying. In addition, I believe, since we are all connected in this world, I believe if we can put this plastic very well separately in different bins, different dust bins, good way of disposal, we can be able to ship this plastic to where they can turn it, recycle it to countries that they can recycle this plastic. When we dispose it properly, when it's organized very well, apart from we using it for arts and using it for buildings and using it for bags and other things, the bigger way of taking it out is taking it from this country to the countries where they have the machines, when they have the technology, where they have the way to turn it into different things, to be reusable, like plastic chairs, plastic tables, like watering cans, like pipes, you know, a whole lot of things they can turn these things into. You understand? So this is the way I think is the immediate and maybe hopefully cheap way to turn these plastic things for it to be useful for people, because we have the minds with technology and people in the world. I think we have the minds to turn these things. You know, maybe some slippers, maybe some flip-flop, you know, turn these things. I think we have the way to do. These are the way I think we can take plastic out of the country.
All right, so let me a couple of minutes to translate, and I will ask you a question that has been written in the chat. Bueno, ahora ha comentado de nuevo el tema de los plásticos y de que en Ghana no hay un método para eliminarlos, para reciclarlos, la gente no está del todo concienciada, y dice que sí que hay gente que a nivel local pues lo intenta reutilizar de otras maneras. Dice que él ha visto hasta edificios de plástico, utensilios de plástico reutilizándolo, pero que él lo que demanda es un método efectivo de reciclarlo, de eliminarlo, que en Ghana no lo hay, Entonces pide un poco también la ayuda de otros países y de poder enviar ese excedente de plástico que existe en Ghana y que tanto está afectando a la población, poder mandar ese excedente a países extranjeros que puedan garantizar tanto su reciclaje como su eliminación. Moving on, Safo, I have a question from one of the participants. This is related to illnesses, not that much with environment, but can you tell us
Say that again. Say that again. Say that again.
Yeah, that the question is referring to COVID-19, coronavirus, how
Okay.
it is affecting
Yeah.
Ghana, and if there is more issues concerning other kind of illnesses in the country right now.
Okay. Well, yeah. COVID-19. I have to face or to look at it. I have a two different way of looking at it. I believe what the radio and the television is telling me. Sorry, I don't really believe what the radio and television is telling me. I don't really believe in those issues. But I am somebody, I traveled a lot. Every day I moved from one place to another. I traveled a lot. So during the COVID-19, there have been some lockdown in some parts of the country. There have been lockdowns, but not everywhere. For me, the symptoms of COVID-19 is more or less like malaria or fever for me, from what they are saying. Because up to now, I don't have any family or friend who had it up to now, and I've heard people saying their friends and families have it. But I believe it's a we call it virus or whatever name it is. It's something that it has been existing for a long time, but it was just came severe. It became severe and it became a lot in certain time, and then we think we call it COVID-19. It might be very, very tough for other countries, especially in the cold environment countries, like Europe and America, where it's very cold. But in Ghana, I don't see that cases been rising, been going very high, and compared to other countries. And the rate at which COVID-19 was recovered in the country is a little bit questionable. It was a little bit questionable. But like I said, we are just listening to what is happening on the radio and the TV, and we just take it like that. So we just say he has passed here lightly, but he hasn't really have any big having affected a lot of people. It will have big impacts in the economy. In the yes, in the economy, it has have very, very big change, very, very big impact. The idea, the way they said we have COVID-19 have really have a big impact in the economy. But as to if it's a real thing in Ghana, not many people believe in that, to be honest with you. Not many people believe in that, because as of now, nobody is wearing masks, nobody is following any protocols apart from bank. When you go to the bank, that is where you see people, they force people to put nose mask. But even that, you see it under somebody's jaw or just somebody's mouth, and the nose is there. So all these activities, all this way of handling it didn't give us the feeling that we have is very severe, especially in the tropical area in Ghana. That is what I'll say about it. With other diseases, yes, like the whole world, like everywhere in the world, everybody have one way or the other have some kind of disease. When you are living too comfortable, you have a particular disease or virus that you can get. When you are not living comfortable, when life is not too comfortable for you, you also have a disease that you can get. So depending on your environment, depending on the activities that you do, I think diseases get you depending on the situation in which, or the environment in which you find yourself. We have tropical disease, you have where like glaucoma, like like eye disease, you have like we don't have too much skin disease. It's not something because the weather is very good here. The tropical heat weather is very good here. But the food that we get, what tropical weather give us is also different. So when we lack certain nutrients from the food that tropical weather doesn't give us, then you realize that we shortfall of that particular place. When you go to the West, when you go to European countries, you realize they are much more in the cold. So in some seasons. So in that case, they also have some food that are nutritious, but they have other food that have to balance their diet, which they don't get, and that also give them different type of diseases or virus or things like that. So we have other diseases, malaria, we have typhoid, we have fever, we have, of course, a general HIV, we have a lot. We have headaches, we have stomach aches, we have fibroid, we have hernias, we have other different type of diseases in the country. So, but I think as an environmentalist, that is why the environment is designed like that. So wherever you find yourself, you have herbs, you have trees, you have plants, you have animals that yield this type of diseases and this type of viruses. So everywhere you find yourself, the disease have its solution in the tree, in the plants, in the animals. So yes, we have other diseases. Like everywhere else. Yeah.
All right, so I will translate it, and then I will tell you a last thing. With it, we can end this talk. So first, I begin with the translation. Bueno, pues sobre la última pregunta sobre el COVID-19, él ha comentado que no ha tenido en Ghana el impacto que ha tenido en otros países europeos principalmente, que él tiene la sensación de que es algo que ha existido durante tiempo y que se ha manifestado de una manera más abrupta en este último año, que a día de hoy la gente en Ghana no lleva mascarillas. Ha mencionado únicamente el ejemplo del banco, donde sí que te obligan a ponértela, pero que luego la gente le ves por la calle que o la lleva bajada o directamente no la lleva, y que los síntomas del COVID, por lo que él sabe, dice que no difiere mucho de otro tipo de enfermedades que afectan a la población ghanesa, como puede ser la malaria, y que especialmente en las zonas más tropicales del país es donde se manifiestan este tipo de enfermedades. y que otro tipo de enfermedades como de piel no son tan importantes o no tienen el mismo impacto que otras con las características de la malaria, que es para él de los principales problemas de salud a día de hoy en Ghana. So one last thing, Safo, you have
Hello.
you have told us that you are an artist. So
Yes.
could you show us some of your drawings, or could you do a quick performance before we finish the calling?
Yeah. Yeah. I can send you some of my paintings. I can send you maybe after the the talk. I can send you some of my artworks. I don't have I'm now working on my first album in terms of music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I don't have any here, but I don't have it on my phone here. I have it on my other phone. So when I get home, I'll try to see if I can get some, and then I can send you some of the music as well. Okay, when I get home, I have to drive about an hour to the house. So when I get there, I'll do that for you.
All right. So just briefly, one last thing. You have the opportunity right now to demand something from the NGOs, or what would you ask to an NGO or to the government right now to help the Ghanaian people in terms of environment or health issues?
Okay, if having one chance to talk to our government, I would tell our government to come down on the ground, to come down to the communities, to work with the communities, to come down to the ground and work with nature and make sure we protect what nature has given us. We add value to what nature has given us. That is what I'll tell the government. I'll tell the government to stop doing things that is not necessary for the country, focusing on things that is not necessary for the country, and take things that are simple and easy for life. In Ghana, in Africa, the continent, that is what I'll tell politicians to do.
All right. So with this, we finish, Safo. We want to thank you one more time that you have accepted our invitation and that you have attended to our forum. It has been a great joy having you with this talk today. We have learned a lot about the situation currently in Ghana. So thank you very much for it.
Okay. Thank you also for giving me this opportunity to have a chat with all of you there out there. But the Nigbalolo Foundation is my foundation that I'm the founder, and I'm calling on everybody in the whole world, to support the Nigbalolo, because we are planting trees, we are educating, we are into education, helping the children with arts and music. We're trying to let the children bring out the talents they have in them, because not many people, if you talk about education, not many people have the chance to do what their heart is telling them. Not many people I like this have to read accounting, which I didn't like, which that was not me. So later I have to go and do different things. So we are trying, the new Babylon is trying to ignite, to bring forth what is in the children, the talents, the natural gifts and the talents to work on it, so that I can help the country and the continent and the world. And then on the 5th Saturday and Sunday, we are still planting the trees. We are planting 10,000 trees on 50-kilometer stretch. So please, you can go on Facebook and follow us and see what we are doing. Thank you.
All right. Safo, thank you very much. See you. We'll keep in contact.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Safo.
Bueno, pues hasta aquí la ponencia de Safo. Esperemos que os haya gustado a todos y que haya sido interesante el conocer de primera mano de un nativo como él es, las necesidades medioambientales y sanitarias, ha comentado también de Ghana. Así que hasta aquí esta primera ponencia y a las 6:15 volvemos con la segunda a cargo de Irene.